नेक्स्ट ग्रुप कौन है? नेक्स्ट ग्रुप रेडी रहिएगा।
I'm audible to you, ma'am, and all of you?
You are.
Okay, ma'am. A very charming good evening, ma'am, and all my dear friends.
Switch on your
Today,
camera also, Nivedita.
okay, ma'am.
Roll number is 42.
Yes, ma'am. A very charming good evening, ma'am, and all dear my friends. Today, I give presentation on rationalization. This topic is divided into 3 parts. First part is explained by me, and second part is explained by Miss Rhea Sinha. And last part is completed by me. First part, that is content. In content, there is meaning of rationalization, features of rationalization, and objectives of rationalization. And second part, that is advantage of rationalization, manufacturers, workers, consumers, natures, and disadvantage of rationalization. And the third part is differences between a scientific management and rationalization. So first of all, we will discuss about...
Pause. Position your camera properly. You're not visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Now.
Meaning of rationalization. Rationalization is the recognition a company in order to increase its operating efficiency. This sort of recognition may lead to an expansion of reduction in company size, a change of policy, or alteration of a strategy. Sorry, ma'am. It is more widespread encompassing strategy as well as structural changes. It is also necessary for a company to increase revenue and decrease cost and improve its bottom line. Now, we will discuss about features of rationalization. In this, there are in this, first one is combination, second one is standardization, specialization, simplification, mechanization, scientific management on industry-wide scale. First one is combination. The important principle of rationalization is the integration of different types of insufficient weak units for enjoying the economic of large-scale production and dispersion. First example of combination, that is a combination of two major sugars manufacturers like sugars, wells, and crystal superneers operating in the same line of business is an combination. Second one is standardization. According to this principle, quality and standard of the goods to be maintained so that it will be generated more sales and reduce advertising another pace. And for example, the Coca-Cola company uses global standardization in marketing by keeping the appearance of the product relatively unchanged between different markets. Third one is specialization. In this, a method of production of a limited scope of goods a greater degree of efficiency. For example, focusing on a specific skill, activity, or production process, such as a South American company harvesting bananas to become the leader or expert. Fourth one is mechanization. In this, the process of beginning to use machines, technology, and automation to do work is called mechanization. So in this example is current machine, agricultures include the use of tractors, trucks, combine houses, countless types of farm implement, etc. Fifth one, fifth one is modernization. It is the process of improving things to be closer to the current state of the art. It involves catching up to progress that was occurred in areas such as efficiency, productivity, quality of life, and the last one is that is risk reduction. Sixth one is scientific management on industry-wide scale. The method of scientific investigation and management will ensure greater efficiency, lower production costs, and savings of time. Now, objective of rationalization in this first one is securing maximum labor efficiency within minimum efforts, elimination of waste and the utilization of raw materials. Third one is elimination of unnecessary middleman. Fourth one is achievement of economic stability. And fifth one is provision of commodities at cheaper scales. Sixth one is promotion of standard of living. Seventh one is distribution of profits between workers and employees by increasing the productivity of the industries. So I would like to continue, Ms. Ria, to complete advantage of rationalization. Thank you.
Thank you, Nivedita. Advantage of rationalization to manufacturers, workers, and consumers and nations. First one is advantage to manufacturers. First one, laser costs of production. Rationalization leads to laser production cost on account of laser variety of products and introduction of specialization and simplification of production. Second one is increased profit. Laser cost of production leads to higher profits. In fact, it converts uneconomical units into profitable and efficient ones. Third one is removal of competition. Rationalization checks the growth of unhealthy and cutthroat competition among various producers in an industry. It considerably reduces the wasteful expenditure on advertising, transportation, distribution, and marketing of products. Fourth one is industrial research. Different firms or units operating an industry can have collective research programs and facilities. The industrial research and investigation of immense use in improving the quality of the products and improving the process of distribution. Sorry, ma'am. Skip हो गया. Fifth one is economic of large scale. Rationalization brings about economics of large scale production and distribution by achieving mutual cooperations between various firms operating in an industry. Etc. are ensured. Sixth one is adequate finance. Shortage of financial resources can be easily met through centralized of financial under rationalization. Financial rationalization ensure increased rate of return of capital employed in an industry. Adequate financial resources can be utilized for conducting research, installation of better and improved method of production and modernization of plant, etc. Seventh one is industrial stability. Rationalization by adopting the techniques of amalgamations, absorption, and merger, etc., eliminates the inefficient and weak units. This leads to proper industrial stability and peace and provides stable basis of long-term planning for the industrial as a whole. And advantage of workers. First one is higher remuneration. Due to lesser cost of production and increased profit, wages of the worker increases. This provides them greater security and higher standard of living. Second one is increased efficiency. Workers get better working conditions and improved environment of work, which is helpful in increasing their efficiency. It further enhances their more and in confidence for the better performance. Third one is stability in employment. Rationalization results in the stability of the labor force in industrial organization in the long run. In the short run, however, it may not be achieved. Fourth one is better working condition. As there is no security of the finance under rationalization schemes, the workers can be provided with better and improved working conditions with lighting, ventilation, canteen facilities, limited working hours, followed by the rest pauses, safety, and other welfare measures, etc. Fifth one is mutual cooperation. Rationalization plays an important role in creating mutual cooperation and understanding between the employer and the employees. The increased relations and cordial atmosphere is very helpful in securing industrial peace, enhancing industrial production and overall prosperity. Proper selections and training. Rationalization provides for proper producer to the followed in the requirement, selection, placement, and training for partner. The provides ample opportunities for skills and efficient workers for increasing their efficiency. Rationalization also lays down promotion policies for efficient and hardworking professionals. Seventh one is better amenities. Rationalization provides various facility housing, recreational, medical schools, and creches for the women workers, etc. Various schemes of social security and benefits are also introduced. Advantage to consumers. First one is cheaper products. Rationalization considerably reduces the cost of production, thereby bringing down the cost of goods to consumers on account of lesser prices of goods. The consumer can make more purchases. Second one is better quality products. By adopting the measure of rationalization like specialization and standardization, better and improved quality goods are ensured to the customers. The World Economic Conference of the 1927 stated this as one of the important objectives of rationalization. Third one is convenience of choice. Since rationalization provides standardization products having limited varieties, it provides the customer convenience of choice from limited varieties of products. The customers need not to waste this time and money in making selection of the product. Fourth one is improved standard of living. By providing goods of better quality at lower prices to the consumer, rationalization plays a significant role in increasing the standard of the living of the consumer. The customer can purchase more goods on accounts of lesser prices. Advantage to nation. First one is increased national income. Rationalization leads to higher production and increased productivity of various factors of production. This results in higher national income, which in turn leads to increased per capita income. This contributes helpful in raising living standard of the people. Second one is effective utilization of resources. Rationalization ensures proper or effective utilization and rational allocation of scarce resources, thereby eliminating wastage and inefficiency of every kind. Third one is better export earning. Rationalization enhances the competitiveness of the industry in the international market. In other words, it equips the rationalized industry with the strength to meet the cutthroat competition prevalent in the international market. This increases the export earning by creating new export of potential. The industries of Germany and Japan provide excellent example of the kind. Disadvantage of rationalization. First one, unemployment. Rationalization in business leads to introduction of machinery, so generally the labor oppose the adoption of rationalization as they consider that it leads to unemployment of laborers. This is real in the short period only, but it is not real in the long period as rationalization reduces cost of production, prices fall, demand new machines and laborers are employed. This leads to increase in employment opportunities. Second one is growth of monopoly. There is a danger of the emergence of monopoly institutions. Growth of monopoly institutions destroy the growth of cottage and small scale industry. Third one is beneficial to producers. Some economists argue to the advantage of rationalization are enjoyed but the producers only. The consumer are deprived of the advantage. Fourth one is heavy investment. Rationalization in business requirement has whose capital due to the invention of new technology and machinery, the existing machinery will become outdated and useless. So the capital investment or on machinery is considered waste after some time. So I would like to Nivedita, please explain difference between scientific management and rationalization.
अनम्यूट तो करिए पहले.
Okay, sorry ma'am. So thank you, Miss Rhea, for giving me a chance to explain the topic, that is differences between scientific management and rationalization. Both rationalization and scientific management aim at the elimination of waste and reduction of production expenses. But there are some differences in between two concepts. There are mentioned as follows. First one is scientific management is concerned to a firm. On other hand, rationalization is applicable to the whole industry. Second, rationalization is business provides scope for combination, but scientific management has no such a scope. Now there is a principle of scientific management. The first one is science, not rule of thumb. Harmony, not to discard. Cooperation, not individual. Fourth one is maximum output, not restricted output. Fifth one is development of each man to his greatest efficient and prosperity. Now we will talk about techniques of scientific management. First one is separation of planning and doing. Second one is scientific study of work. Under scientific study of work, there is four ideas. That is, first one is task idea. Second one is time study. Third one is motion study, and fourth one is fatigue study. And the third, that is scientific selection of and training of laborers. Fourth, scientific allocation of tasks. Fifth, differential wages system. Sixth, arrangement of good materials. Seventh, use of proper and improved tools and implements. And the last, that is mental revolution. So thank you, ma'am, for giving me opportunity to present ourselves on. Thank you.
Something is already very popular or it's in fashion. Remember the pointers which I explained in the class? जब हम लोग क्लास में डिस्कशन कर रहे थे सारे डिफरेंस का, जो भी पॉइंटर्स था आपका, उसके बाद कुछ थोड़ा इलॉबरेट कर रहे थे. निवेदिता, श्रेया, remember not?
Yes, ma'am.
तो मैं हर प्रेजेंटेशन में यही बोल रही हूँ कि रीड मत करिए, थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करिए, तो कब होगा ये? नेक्स्ट ग्रुप. नेक्स्ट इज टू प्रेजेंट. डे आफ्टर टुमारो इज द लास्ट डे ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशन. जो लास्ट डे जो उस दिन कर लेंगे यानी 6 तारीख को, वो हो जाएगा फाइनल आप लोगों का मार्किंग, और वो हो जाएगा अपलोड, और वो रहेगा फाइनल मार्क्स. जो लोग नहीं देंगे सीधा आपसे आज भी है, या फिर जैसे हर बार की भांति इस दिन भी आप लोगों का बस एक ही प्रेजेंटेशन. कोई है प्रेजेंटेशन देने वाले आज? नहीं ना?
मैम आज हम लोग का प्रेजेंटेशन
किसका?
सन्नी एंड सिद्धांत मैम.
आज ही है ना?
यस मैम.
प्रेजेंट करिए.
Good evening to all of you. My name is Sunny and my partner name is Siddhant Subham. Today we are going to present the presentation on the topic sole proprietorship of business. First of all, we will look around what is sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is the easiest type of business to establish or take apart due to a lack of government regulation. As such, these type of businesses are very popular among sole owners of their business. Individual, self-contractors, and consultants. Many sole proprietors do business under their own names because creating a separate business or trade name isn't necessary. It means that a sole proprietorship of business which can be owned by anyone. It having a single owner, and a business can be any name. He can use their business name as per what his name is there. Separate existence from its owner. Income and losses are taxed on their individual personal income tax returns. The sole proprietorship is the simplest business from under which one can operate a business. A sole proprietorship is not a legal entity. It simply refers to a person who owns the businesses and is the personally responsible for its debits. A sole proprietorship can operate under the name of its owner or its trademark. It does not create a legal entity separate from their sole proprietors owners. Now we will talk about what is sole proprietor. A sole proprietor is an individual who own and operate their own business. The easiest and most common business to set up in a sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship fix out fewer tax from the pay unless they start the business. A sole proprietor, it means that a sole proprietor is a person who is an individual responsible for his all things, and he can start the business with easiest form, and all the taxes work can start from himself only. Now we will see about what are the features of sole proprietorship. The first one is single ownership. A sole trader concern is owned by the individual. It is a run entirely at his risk of loss. The sole trader provides both capital and management of the business. It says that a sole proprietor is a fully person who will he is a person who will enjoy the risk and loss of the business. He is the payer. He will provide the capital and he will start the business by its own way. Second one is capital. A sole tradership, the capital is employed by the owner himself from his personal resources. He may also borrow money from his friends and relatives. He cannot depend solely on his personal resources. Capital says that the person who will start the business, he will provide the capital to his business. He can make money from they borrow money from their friends or relatives. He and third one is unlimited liability. The liability of a proprietor for the debt of the business is unlimited. The creditor have to right to recover their dues even from the personal property of the proprietor. In the case the business assets are not sufficient to pay their debts, it says that if a business concerned with any loss, so the proprietor will sell his assets or house, he means his personal things, for fulfilling the amount to paying to the creditors, and the creditors have right to recover the all money from him. Now Sindhant will be continue from here, merits and demerits of sole proprietorship. Dan.
Thanks, Sunny. So let's move to merit of sole proprietorship. So the first merit is easy to start and close. It can be easily started and closed without any legal formalities because it is owned by only single person who is the owner of business. Second merit is quick decision making, as sole owner is not required to consult or inform anybody about his decision. Third merit is secrecy. He is not expected to share his business decisions and secrets with anybody. Fourth and last merit is personal touch. The sole trader can maintain personal touch with his contact with his customers and employees. Change screen. So let's move to demerits. First demerit of sole proprietorship is limited financial resources. Funds are limited to the owner personal saving and his borrowing capacity. Second demerit is limited marginal ability. Sole trader can't be good in all aspects of business and he cannot afford to employ experts also. Third demerit is unlimited liability. Unlimited liability of sole trader compels him to avoid risky and bold business decisions. Fourth and last demerit is limited scope of expansion. Due to limited capital and marginal skill, it cannot expand to a large scale. Thank you, ma'am.
Sunny's presentation was good. Okay, next. Next presentation. हो गया सबका? जब आप मुश्किलें पड़ जाती हैं confuse जाते हैं, you don't know what to say when you are asking. Drop off my hand, which means immediate. One, two.
Yes, ma'am. 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yes, ma'am. 8.
9,
Yes, ma'am. 9.
10, 11,
Yes, ma'am. 11.
12,
Yes, ma'am. 12.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
Yes, ma'am. 20.
21,
Ma'am, 19 present है.
21, 22, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Yes, ma'am. 25.
27,
Ma'am, 26 present.
मैम 27 ही प्रेजेंट है
28, 29,
Yes, ma'am. 29.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35,
35, ma'am, present.
36, 37,
Yes,
38,
ma'am, 37.
38, 39,
Yes, ma'am, 39.
41 ma'am.
40 हो गया है 41,
Present ma'am.
42, 43,
Present, ma'am.
43,
यस मैम
44,
19 का भी कर दीजिए मैम
इसका
19
44,
19
45, 46, 47, 48, 49,
48
40, 50, 51,
यस मैम
52, एक मिनट, 53, 54, 55,
प्रेजेंट मैम
56, 57, 58, 59, 60,
Yes, ma'am.
58.
सिट्टू कुमार के फ्रेंड जो हैं उनको इन्फॉर्म कर दीजिए टुमारो इज द लास्ट डे बोला था लास्ट डे प्रेजेंट करना है तो
मैम 19 प्लीज
हाँ
19 रॉन्ग
19 हो गया 59
Yes, ma'am.
60 61 62
मैम
हाँ
मैम एग्जाम का कोई ऑफिशियल नोटिस नहीं आया क्या अभी डायरेक्टर सर का यूट्यूब पे आया था एक वीडियो जिसमें पर एग्जाम का भी कुछ आया।
साइट पे आ गया है ना
मैम साइट पे आ गया पर उसने साइट पे तो फॉर्म भी फिल करने का डेट 21 दिया था मार्च का और अभी तक हम लोग का फॉर्म भी
मिल जाएगा इन्फॉर्मेशन आप अपने साइड से तैयार रहिए कुछ रीजन होगा एनीथिंग एल्स सिलेबस सारे सब्जेक्ट का तो हो गया है ना पूरा
नो मैम एक दो सब्जेक्ट का बाकी है
एक तो इकोनॉमिक्स और
अकाउंट्स
अकाउंट्स कौन पढ़ाते हैं
पवन
अच्छा ठीक है चलिए थैंक यू
थैंक यू